Well, this is it. It all begins here for the teams who got through the group stages. Sides are one step closer to making it through to the final, where the winner takes home a cash prize. And we have to start somewhere, and what a way to start the round of 16 with two sides with international experience of the highest level. These are finalists, these are winners. They have experience at the highest level, not just in international football, but they have players who have won everything. Italy take on the Netherlands in our first fixture of 8. The round of 16, it's finally here, boys, and kick-off will be in a moment for this game. Well, I've got to say, when we look at these two sides on paper, great teams of high international experience. But two sides as well, you've got to remember that in the last couple of years have struggled in real life, of course. Netherlands not playing in a tournament for the last couple of years. As for Italy, they've struggled to make tournaments in recent years themselves. They now finally make it back onto the highest stage of international football. Well, you could say the World Cup is the highest stage, but in terms of the Euros, it still is a big tournament, and they're back at the knockout stages where you would expect them to be. Well, it's a shame we have to say goodbye to one of these sides today. In terms of these teams and how they've played so far, Italy, they did great in their group, came second, only just on goal difference, however. Great tournament they've had so far. As for the Netherlands, they've not looked necessarily convincing so far, but maybe they're just holding their performances out for the knockout stages of this tournament. You never know. Any team can turn up now, but also any team can collapse. Remember, this game can go into extra time or penalties. Hopefully, we might see a couple of those happen. Here are the lineups for the teams. This is Danny Motion's Italy. He's happy with how his side plays. He does not want to change his lineup for the round of 16. Of course, his side got a comprehensive victory against Wales in match day 3. However, for the Netherlands, they've also stuck to their guns. James Kay making no changes to his side. He's sticking with his strongest lineup. Will this prove costly, as they've not looked as convincing so far? Well, the ball is about to get rolling. I've said that a lot, but it really does mean it now. The round of 16 begins right here, and it's live. Here we go. This is going to be an enthralling encounter. Well, welcome to everybody who's joining the stream. Welcome, Bebo Gaming. Welcome, Lethal. Welcome to everybody who's joined. If you are new to the stream, it'd be greatly appreciated to leave a follow. Over the next 3 days, we have some incredible fixtures. Technically, over the next 4 days, we've got 2 fixtures a day at 7 PM UK time for our knockout stages. Here is Stefan Bergwijn. Maybe we could have an open-on opportunity just to start us off, give us a little bit of excitement. Remember, these games go into extra time or penalties. Here's a ball into Nathan Ake, lofted in for the path of Depay, who does get his head onto it, but it's straight into the hands of Gianluigi Donnarumma. An important thing for the players, this game does not allow a 4th substitution in extra time. You only have 3 substitutes. That wasn't my decision. The game doesn't allow you to make a 4th sub, so you have to make substitutions wisely when it comes to your choices. Of course, this game on paper could go all the way, or we could see a surprise on our hands. As I said before, Italy and Netherlands both finished second in their groups. Danny_Motion very happy with his side. I don't think James Kay will have been convinced, but so far, 10 minutes in, they're looking good. Here is Frankie de Jong, dancing around the defence, takes on the shot first time. Memphis Depay can't get the ball. It comes back to de Jong again, but this time Jorginho can properly clear. It's into the path of Ciro Immobile, who scored his first goal in that match day 3 fixture against Wales. They had to comprehensively win. They only picked up a 2-0 win, which is certainly disappointing. They could have had 4 or 5 and easily finished top of the group, but they missed a lot of chances. Is that going to come costly in today's fixture? Here is Jorginho Wijnaldum, scored in match day 1. Lovely opening goal in the 5th minute to open their account. Here's Bergwijn. Good tackle there from Federico Bernardeschi. And it's been nice to have a couple of days off, of course. We've had a little bit of a break in the tournament. We are sticking to the real-life schedule of these fixtures in terms of the date played, not time. At 7 PM every single day over the next couple of days, we'll have these matches coming up for you. Expect some high intense drama. You've only got to look at the final set of group stage fixtures. It was bonkers. A big game, and what has got to be the game of the tournament so far between Sweden and Poland. Poland were 2-1 down. They brought it back 3-2 with a late winner in that game. It was Absolutely incredible. And then we had other fixtures on the side as well. Plenty of goals. Really starting to kick in. Lovely ball in for Depay. But Donnarumma is going to jump the highest there and get the ball back. And in this first 20 minutes, it's been quite calm from both sides. Netherlands looking the most interesting of sides in terms of how they've played so far. Really looking to hit Italy as quick as they can. Get that opening goal. Just calm it down slightly and know that they've got that lead. As for Italy, they seem all right with defending right now. Not really rushing towards goal necessarily. Waiting for any open opportunities to, counter-attack. And, it's going to be interesting to see how these sides do face up in these games. Whether they change tactics from the group stages or whether they keep to what they've played in the group stages so far. I think we'll see a lot of teams go in attacking in this match, in their fixtures. It's going to be interesting to see how managers line up because, of course, they're only one-legged matches. They're not double-legged. Here's a ball into the box for Berghuis. A deflection there from the Italian back line means we have our first corner for the Netherlands. I know he hasn't given it as a corner there. It's going to go for a goal kick, actually. And Donnarumma is going to clear that away. I thought there was a slight little deflection there from Bonucci, but it looks like it's not come off of him. And I think he's quite lucky that it didn't there because it did look like it had. Here's a ball into Stefan Berghuis, who, I've got to say, has been one of the star players so far for Netherlands. But he's looked a little bit quiet so far. Here is a ball to Florenzi, into Zaniolo. Now for Verratti. Lovely ball to Immobile. As I said, scored his first goal of the tournament in match day 3. He's been waiting quite a while. He's had a couple of good opportunities in his previous games against Switzerland and Turkey, but just couldn't break them down. He finally was able to break Wales down and grab what is going to be a very important first goal in this tournament. Of course, every striker, every forward is going to want to get on that score sheet. Give them a bit of a momentum when they get into these knockout stages. Here's Jorginho into Verratti. First real attack here from Italy. Tries to loft it into Immobile. Weird opportunity there. He kind of moves out the way, expecting it to go to the winger, when in actual fact he should have taken the touch there, and maybe he could have taken the attack on. Here it comes to Italy again. Immobile. Lovely ball to Zaniolo, who scored in match day 2 with a back post header against Switzerland. Now into Insigne, who has, I've got to say, probably been the star player for Italy. Lofts the ball in for Zaniolo, who gets his head onto it, but it's cleared away. And Netherlands can counter-attack. Oh, it's been a feisty first 35 minutes of this game so far. Here is Depay, who I have to say has been very disappointing so far. Not really. I don't think he's actually scored a goal in the tournament as of yet. Still waiting for his first goal. Here is Wijnaldum, who has scored a goal, of course, the Liverpool player. Now a champion, of course, of the Premier League. Congratulations to Liverpool. Here is Florenzi into Verratti. Now for Jorginho. Into Lorenzo Insigne. He's going to take a touch. Moves it down to Bernardeschi on the right-hand side. He was fantastic in that previous game. Can he be the difference maker in this one? Lofted into Immobile. And he's got the rid of Verratti. Into Florenzi. Back to Bernardeschi again. Good tackle there from Nathan Ake, but the ref's going to pull it back here for a free kick. And it's a good position to whip this one in. What's going to happen here? Great position. We're quite late into this first half. Are Italy going to open the scoring in this game? Insigne is going to whip this in. Lofted for Verratti. And a very poor ball, which means De Ligt can stand highest. It comes back to Italy again, and a mistake now means Bergwijn can hit this long for Depay. That's a poor ball, and I think that's got to say so far. That's summed up this match for Netherlands. But here's Insigne, takes on the shot, and a good block there from De Ligt, who's had a little bit of work to do in this first half, in the last 5 minutes, and a mistake here again. Now it's dinked for Bernardeschi. De Ligt's there again. And well, I think the Netherlands will be quite happy to go in at half-time here. As it stands, it's Italy 0, Netherlands 0. And well, both of these sides can't break each other down. But in that last 15 minutes, Italy were looking like they were going to start hitting on the break. But as it stands, it's 0-0 at half-time. Still plenty to play for in this fixture. Well, as I've said before, if the managers aren't in the building, because you can only make 3 substitutions throughout the entire match, including extra time, I will make 2 substitutions in the 60th minute, and depending on how the game goes, I'll make another substitution in the 75th to the 80th minute, only because they'll want fresh legs for that second half. So 0-0 at half-time of this one, not really many chances. Netherlands in that first 15 to 20 minutes looked good, but Italy have started to have a bit of a comeback in this game. We're going to go straight to the second half without further ado and see what happens. So, half-time brought us a little bit of an interesting match. These sides have looked all right in that first half. Half-time, I think, was definitely needed there for the Dutch. They've looked a little bit nervous when it comes to defending. Italy having a couple of chances in that last 15 to 20 minutes. As for the Dutch, well, they've got a lot of work to do here if they're going to want to try and break this Italian side down, who we know the defence of Italy. Chiellini, Bonucci, Donnarumma at the back as well. Fantastic defence. Here is Depay. Takes a touch. Good tackle there, and actually, I'll take that back. Wasn't the best of tackles. Zaniolo there, a bit poor, and the referee is going to give him a bit of a talking to. This is a great position to potentially hit this one in. Now, we've not seen many chances come from set pieces so far. We've seen 1 or 2 goals go in. Could this be the opportunity to take the lead? Right on the edge of the box. No card given, and the Dutch have a great chance to open the score in here. It's going to be taken by Depay. Stands over this. He's going to hit that first time, and it comes off the wall, unfortunately for him. Strootman brings it down. And for Wijnaldum, back to De Jong, just taking their time here. Another tackle comes in, but De Jong gets the ball back. Now it's in for Denzel Dumfries, who is looking to move to AC Milan in real life. Comes down for Depay, and well, it's a very poor touch from him there, and the ball is going to be cleared away. And well, I've got to say once again, I'm going to stick by my word. I don't think Depay has really done much at this tournament at all so far. I don't think he's scored yet. Here is Matthijs de Ligt, who did very, very well in the last 10-15 minutes, just to calm the play down. A couple of little chances here and there for Italy to break through. But de Ligt stood tall. Here is Wijnaldum. Poor balling from there from Steven Bergwijn. Now for Bernard Eschi, who got a goal in that last game against Wales. Lovely goal it was indeed. Here he's on the ball now, but Nathan Ake does well there to get the ball back, and he's going to clear it away. Here's Van Dijk. Lovely lofted ball to Berghuis, but maybe a little bit too effective in terms of the pass there, trying to hit it too hard, too high for him. Jorginho gets the ball back, but now here come the Dutch on the attack again. Depay tackled very easily there by Chiellini, and he can move it up the pitch to Florenzi. He's on loan at Valencia right now in Spain. Of course, was the AS Roma captain when Daniele De Rossi left. Will he go back to Italy, of course, and stay at AS Roma is another question ahead of the next season. Here is Bergwijn. Now for Wijnaldum, connecting together the Premier League Dutch players. Bergwijn tries to get it back to Wijnaldum again. And well, we're going to make the substitutions here. 2 substitutions, as I said, in the 60th minute for both managers, just to make sure if this game does go into extra time, that these players, of course, have got a player that's a little bit more fresh. So we're going to bring on Chiesa here in this game. And as for the midfield, we're just going to push it up a little bit. We did this in their previous match. And we're going to bring a flat midfielder on, so they've got 3 here. And coming on in this game will be Bonaventura. So that is the Italian changes sorted. As for the Netherlands, they're going to have a change as well. Strootman is going to come off for Vormer. Berghuis is going to come off for Quincy Promes. And then, of course, we'll make the changes a little bit later on. So looking at the chat right now, a couple of people getting excited for their games. Of course, we've got plenty of other games to come over the next couple of days. You really don't want to miss these matches that are coming ahead. Some feisty affairs. Belgium v France is our last game of the round of 16. Of course, we're starting today with a big one. England versus Poland next. Zaniolo takes the shot on. And what an opportunity that was. And I think we've got to say, that's our first major chance for Italy of this game so far. Just chests it down. Pass there from Bernard Eschi. Moves it into Zaniolo. Takes the touch first time. Tries to curl it into that right-hand corner. But it just goes wide. And that is our first real big opportunity of the game for Italy. Not too bad so far. Of course, as I said, just before that chance came in, England versus Poland is next. Going to be a feisty affair, that one. Both managers know each other very well, so it'll be interesting to see what's happening in that one. And I have been told as well to make sure that the tactics aren't given away by the Polish manager for this game. So already maybe trying to work into the head of the England manager there. But in terms of these two managers in this game right now between Italy and Netherlands, they can't seem to break each other down. A little bit of a quiet affair so far. Here's Ruud Vormer into Depay. Now for Wijnaldum, back to Depay again. Good ball in for the substitute Quincy Promes, who is tackled there, and that is a absolutely deserved free kick for the Dutch. A good position once again, maybe to hit this by Depay, or you could loft it into the box, maybe send the centre-backs up, although I would say that would be a little bit risky at this stage. Depay is going to stand over this one. He's going to take the effort on, and it's hit the wall again. Not really been effective today with his free kicks at all. Here's Promes, working the ball, trying to move into the middle. Now for Wijnaldum. Heavy touch there, but keeps it in play. And then Ake tries to move it back to Wijnaldum again, and he can't get it. And well, so far, 70 minutes in of this game, not really much has been happening. However, maybe something could happen now. Here's Depay into Frenkie de Jong of Barcelona. Now for Wijnaldum. In for Steven Bergwijn, who hits that. Oh, well. Zaniolo's chance was close, but that has to be even closer. What an opportunity that was to open the scoring and really put your name into the hat for potentially getting the winner. Curls that one, and it's a little bit closer, I would say, than that Zaniolo chance just a couple of moments ago. And well, great chance there by Steven Bergwijn. And it seems like right now, if any side's going to win it, it is going to come from a chance like that, maybe from outside the box. None of these sides really getting into the box right now and testing these goalkeepers. Here's Depay into Bergwijn. Maybe now could be the chance. Takes a touch. Trying to dance here with the ball. Lofted in for Memphis Depay, who takes the shot on, and it's in the back of the net. And just like that, Memphis Depay has put the Dutch in the lead, and they have done it. Could that be the winner that takes them through to the next round? And 78 minutes in, we have the opening goal of the round of 16. And Depay puts the Dutch into the lead. And what a big goal that could be. 78 minutes in. And well, the Italians are going to make a change in a second to their team. They have to at this stage. Look at this chance. And what I was talking about a moment ago, these sides haven't really been working the ball into the box. And they finally did indeed. A little bit of questionable goalkeeping there from the goalkeeper of Italy, Donnarumma. But he gets it into the box. He takes 2 touches, takes it with the outside of his foot and into the back of the net. And that is a massive, massive goal because the Dutch take the lead with 12 minutes left. Italy are going to make some changes here. They're going to have to go all out attacking this one. And perfectly timed here. They're going to make the change that's needed in this game. So how it's going to work is Immobile is going to come on to the left-hand side of the striker position. We're going to bring another striker on here. They have to at this stage. And coming on is Fabio Quagliarella. They've got to go for it now. As for Holland, they're going to make a change as well. Nathan Ake is going to come off. Patrick Van Aanholt comes on. The left-back looking a little bit tired here in this final 10 minutes. So here we go. Italy are going all-out attack. The Dutch are going defensive. 12 minutes on the clock. We've had our opening goal of the round of 16. Memphis Depay finally gets on the score sheet. And well, as I said earlier, it's a big, big goal for him at this stage. Now here's a ball into Immobile, who's hacked down there, and the referee plays on. I don't think that would have been classed as a penalty. But with 9 minutes to go here, Italy are going all-out attack. 4 up top, 2 in the midfield. It's going to leave spaces open now. The Dutch could have a great chance to make it 2 and just end this game and go through to the next round. It's going to be an interesting 7 minutes here. Jorginho gets his head onto it. Drops down for Insigne, but Denzel Dumfries gets there first. Denzel Dumfries being linked to AC Milan in real life. Could move there in the next couple of weeks. He's a big target for them in Italy. What a fantastic signing that would be. Here is Chiellini, who is now coming up as a makeshift striker. He has to. With 4 minutes on the clock, Italy look like they're going to be going out of the tournament here. And once again, Netherlands haven't been that impressive. They're just really slowly knocking themselves through this tournament here. Not really scored many goals at all, but it's working. Portugal did it in the last Euros, got all the way to the final and won it. Are the Dutch going to do the same again? Just grind out these little results, these small 1-0 wins, and go all the way. Here is Depay. Maybe got the chance to finish the game off, but he can't. And it's a great opportunity missed to make it 2-0 and end the game right there. Well, you can see the ball here from Quincy Promes, lofted in. Depay takes the touch. Maybe had a little bit more time than he expected to, but he rushes to take on the shot, and it goes wide. And well, it's going to be interesting to see how much additional time we've got here. Probably 2 minutes, I would say. It is indeed. It is last chance saloon for Italy. And with a ball whipped in like that, you're not going to have any more opportunities. Silasson holds on to it. Jorginho heads it down. It has to be whipped into the box now. And that is that. Well, our first encounter of the round of 16 ends and Italy are out. Well, it wasn't the most convincing game in the world by either side. It looked like it was going to go into extra time or penalties, but Netherlands took it right at the death, and Memphis Depay, who's not been the most convincing in the tournament so far, finally gets his first goal. Not the most intriguing of matches, but Netherlands go through, Italy are out, and the Netherlands make it through to the final 8. It ends Netherlands 1, Italy 0. Welcome to the second game of the round of 16, and what a game we have on our hands. Well, they always say it's coming home for England. Is this the tournament where England finally bring it home? They're in a pretty decent position in terms of the left-hand side of the tournament. Some smaller teams in there. Of course, Italy are already out of the competition, which means Netherlands and Portugal are the only two really big teams left on that left-hand side of the bracket. But they've got to get through this fixture first. A big game here versus Portugal. Well, both managers know each other very, very, very well. They will be rivals for the next 90 minutes and maybe longer if this goes into penalties or extra time. Well, it was interesting before match even kicked off. The Polish manager decided to keep the tactics quiet, keep them away from the England manager. He doesn't know how they've set up on paper until in a second's time when we look at the lineups of these teams. So both managers have got their tactical approach set up. The England manager wants to go attacking, and the Polish manager, I'm going to keep his tactics quiet, as we have the England national anthem going on in the background. So as I said, our first game wasn't the most intriguing of matches. Is this going to be the game that really lights up the round of 16 and shows that if you go, attacking or defensively, it could work in your favour? Remember, extra time and penalties are looming. 3 substitutions can only be made. PES doesn't allow 4 because it's shit. But make sure you make your substitutions very, very wisely because you might have to make some if this game goes into extra time. Well, everybody has been waiting for this fixture. It is a big, big game. There are lots of people in here, and welcome to everybody. Here are the lineups for this fixture. Well, the England manager has decided to stick with his previous lineup from the last game. Dele Alli isn't playing as a CDM. He is a little bit further up than the rest of the midfielders, like the last game. It just shows him as a CDM. As for Poland, this is how they're lining up. A change from their previous match. This is a 4-3-3 lineup. They have been playing 5 at the back for the last couple of games. So a change of tactical approach here from the Poland manager. Will it come to great effect? Our final game of day 1 in the round of 16 is England versus Poland, and it's live. So both managers have decided to go attacking from the off. This is going to be a feisty affair. I have them both on Facebook, so it's going to be intriguing here to see whether these managers mouth off at each other if one of them scores a goal, or whether they keep calm throughout the 90 minutes. Here is Lewandowski, who scored in that game, that 3-2 win against Sweden. They've already showed that they have got a little bit about them, Poland. They were 2-1 down against Sweden. They brought it back 3-2 late on in the game of the tournament. Here is Błaszczykowski. Lovely work here from him. Takes the shot on, and it's going to go into the corner. Well, first opportunity here, 5 minutes in. Looking good so far, Poland. First chance. Can they break this England side down? That is the question. Of course, in their other 2 games against Bosnia and Spain, they didn't look as convincing as you would like them to be. But remember, everything can change in the knockout stages. Zielinski is going to whip this into the box. He's taking it. If we're going to go Kukowiak, who I still stand by has such a lovely name that rolls off the tongue, is going to go out for a Poland throw-in. Zielinski is going to throw this one in for Kedziora. Comes down to Zielinski, lofted in for Lewandowski! It's right in the back of the net, and we have our opening goal after 6 minutes. Lewandowski makes it 1-0 to Poland, and England are in the mud. And well, that is the start Paul will have certainly wanted. What a goal that was, and what an opportunity this is for Poland. Back post header, right into the back of the net. It's Poland 1, England 0. Get your popcorn out. We've got a feisty fixture to come. And well, look at that balling from Zielinski. Back post header, Lewandowski, right into the back of the net. Dinosaur Arms was not going to save that. And well, 6 minutes in, that's our earliest goal of the tournament so far, and Lewandowski has put Poland 1-0 to the good, and that is the start they certainly wanted. As I said, they'll be coming off the back of a big victory. They know what it's like to make a comeback. Can England bring a comeback of their own? Alexander-Arnold lofts it in for Dele Alli, who can't get there. It's headed down. England are going all-out attack. Well, this is going to get interesting. The manager has gone all-out attack. Well. Rowan not happy there with the first 6 minutes from how his side have played here. Here is Linetti. Lofting it into Grzycki, former Hull City player, of course. Sorry, KL, if you are watching. Here is Grzycki now. Can he be the one to make it 2-0? Lofts it in for Lewandowski, who goes for the acrobatics. And, well, it could have been 2-0 already to Poland. That certainly would have put a spanner in the works for England. Lovely ball from Kamil Grzycki. Just glides it into the path of Lewandowski, who takes on the acrobatics. Just a little bit lower, and that would have been right in the back of the net. I feel like he'll be a little bit disappointed with that chance there going wide. It could have been 2-0 and 2 goals for him. And well, as I said, England going all-out attack in this fixture instantly. They do not want to mess around. Remember, if this game goes level, extra time and penalties can come on. We're already having a change here from the England manager. He's telling me to make a change. Well, this is interesting. He's telling me to take off Ali, bring on Vardy, play 2 up top, which he is indeed, with 2 centre mids and 2 wingers. Well. So the change of approach here from the England manager means he's going for 4-2-4. So the changes are made. He's not happy with the first 15 minutes. Here is Lewandowski. Look at the space right now because Jakub Blaszczykowski is running into it. Still has it in for Lewandowski, who takes the strike on, but just slips when the opportunity arises. And, well, he's looking incredibly dangerous right now. But Rowan's happy with the changes that are made here. He's going to have a free kick 17 minutes into this match. And the changes are going to be made here. Slight tackle there on Sterling, which does give them the free kick. And he's happy with Vardy coming on here. So a 4-2-4 in this game for England with a change in the first 15 minutes. Interesting to see why the manager's made a change, of course, 1-0 down. He wants to go for it. He wants to put Poland to the sword and smash them. Alexander-Arnold lofts it in for Vardy, who doesn't get on it. Now Lewandowski can get the ball back and look at the space, of course. When you go all-out attack, there's going to be lots of space wide open here. Blaszczykowski, can he use the space to his advantage? It's back to him again. Runs into the middle. Now for Piotr Zielinski. Can he do what he did for the first goal? It's passed into Linetti, who takes the shot on, but a deflection puts it into the hands of Jordan Pickford. And well, I think Paul will be the happiest of the managers right now, delighted with how his side has played. They will try to use the counter-attack to their advantage, of course. They're on attacking as well. Of course, I don't think he'll need to change it right now because look at this ball in for Robert Lewandowski! It's in! And just like that, it's 2 to Poland. Well. I can't believe he's just dabbed there. Kamil Grzycki, I think, has just dabbed. But Poland are putting England to the sword. That is superb counter-attacking football. He takes it on first time. It's right into the back of the net. And the Poland are putting on a party right now because it's 2-0 to them. There's a long way to go in this fixture. But what a strike that is. Smashes it right into the back of the net. Not going to save that Pickford. And well, there's a lot of work to do here. Poland, as it stands, are in a great position to go through to the next round. And I cannot believe Kamil Grzycki dabbed. Oh dear. That's probably why he moved to West Brom. But there's a lot of work to do here. 23 minutes on the clock. England are 2-0 down. Here's Kane into Vardy. Still has the ball. Takes the shot first time. And well, that's probably going to sum up England's first half in this game. And as I said, I think Paul will certainly be extremely delighted now his side are 2-0 up. 2-0 to the good. Lewandowski, who has looked so dangerous in this first 20 minutes. Could have had 3 or 4 by now. But as it stands, it's 2-0. Are we going to have our first shock of the round of 16? I mean, this tournament has brought us loads of shock victories so far and shock results. Is this going to be another one? Here's Linetti into Grzycki. Back to Linetti again. Some great football here from Poland. Grzycki tries to loft it into the box, and it's going to be a corner here. And well, as it stands right now, 26 minutes in, they are getting absolutely battered, England, right now. It's going to be whipped in by Zielinski. In for Grzegorz Krychowiak, who can't get there. And Poland are going to have another corner here. A lot less players in the box this time, but Zielinski is going to whip this one in. Takes it short to Kedziora. He's going to just hold the ball. Now it's in for Grzegorz Krychowiak, who takes the shot on, and a great save there. Well, the slight deflection could have taken that into the back of the net. Jordan Pickford makes the save. Brilliant, brilliant save, and that is going to keep England in the match. Here is Błaszczykowski now into Krychowiak, who might have the chance to go long range here. He does, and it's going to go out for another corner. And well, Poland, with their 4th corner of the game already, might even be 5 actually. Grzegorz Krychowiak thinks he can hit one from outside the box, and that deflection was probably needed. It could have gone into the back of the net there. Are we going to see a 3rd goal here from Poland before half-time? What an unbelievable game this is right now. Zielinski is going to whip this one into the box. Moves it in for the path of Lewandowski. Comes down for Błaszczykowski. Cleared away by Harry Kane. And now England can counter-attack. Are they going to use this to their advantage? It's lofted long for Maguire, who can't take the touch. And here come Poland again. Błaszczykowski into Piotr Zielinski. Tries to get it for Lewandowski. He does, but the pass is poor. And England can break. And well, let's just calm it down for a moment. There is going to be a change here in terms of tactics, not in terms of managerial approach. Maddison is going to go as a cam. Henderson is going to go as a CDM. Would you like it like that, Rowan, or are you wanting just Maddison as a cam in a 2-man midfield? If you want it like a 2-man midfield, then give me a heads up. If not, if you're wanting it like that, then I will have it like that for you. And we'll carry on the game, of course. If Paul wants to make any changes, then just give me a heads up. But right now, what a great start it's been. We're not even at half-time yet of this fixture. It's been such a crazy game so far. That's good. So the manager is now going for that approach. Well, what a crazy setup he's gone for. He has to go for it. There's 5 up top for England now. Is it going to come costly? Here's Kedziora bombing down that right-hand side of the field. He's going to dink it in for Lewandowski, but it's a little bit too high, and Jordan Pickford can save. And well, 5 up top. They've got to use it to their advantage. A goal in the next 10 minutes would be certainly making this tie very interesting. And as I said in that first fixture, you just watched a moment ago between Italy and Netherlands. There's going to be some very different approaches from managers in these games. A lot of pauses, a lot of changes. You'd expect that. They're going to change their approaches. 1 minute they might go defensive, the next they might go attacking. At this stage of the competition, we might have tactical changes all the time. You've got to go for it. With a one-legged match, if you're 2-0 down, like in this game, for example, you've got to change your approach. And we might see wacky formations like that take place. Here's Zielinski trying to get into the box. Good clearance away. And this is where England have got to take this 5 up top and use it to their advantage. Poor ball there from Rashford. It comes back into the path. And now Harry Maguire has got a great opportunity. Maguire takes on the shot. It's deflected. Sterling moves it in for Jamie Vardy. And what a save that is from Szczesny. He had to make that save. It could have been 2-1, and that is the chance England have been waiting for in this first 35 minutes. Well, it's not in the back of the net, but it's a little bit better from England. They've been so poor in this first half an hour. Could that be the opportunity that spurs them on throughout the rest of this game? The corner is going to be whipped in here by Ben Chilwell of Leicester City. It is in for Harry Kane. Good punch there by Szczesny. Comes back into the path of Ben Chilwell. Takes a touch. Trying to use the ball, work the space, look for the chance to cross it in. He finds the space. He's lofted in for Maguire, but his header is too weak, and it's into the path of Szczesny. Here is a lovely ball for Grzycki. Maybe there's one more opportunity here for Poland before the second half. The first half ends here. Grzycki passes it in for Lewandowski, who falls again. And well, that's another opportunity where Lewandowski slipped. I don't think the surface is slippery today. There's not really been any rain in this tournament so far. And at half-time, the referee's going to blow his whistle surely here. He does indeed. There is a lot of work to do for England. Robert Lewandowski has absolutely run the show in the first half. 2 goals means England have a lot of work to do. It's England 0, Poland 2. And well, this is one of the early shocks on the cards. And this is why I love this tournament so far. It's brought us drama, brought us excitement, brought us results you didn't think you'd see. And this is one of those results that we haven't expected. I mean, look at the stats right now. 9 shots, 7 on target for Poland. 3 shots, 2 on target. There's a lot of work to do here for England in this next 45 minutes. I'll switch it off. Of course, if it is a little bit too loud. So we're going to have a change here from Paul. He's going to go 4-5-1. Wingers are going to change to a left mid and right mid. So let's get that change sorted for him now. So they're going to drop down into a 4-5-1. We'll keep Grzegorz Krakowiak there for you. Actually, I'll move him up. There you go. 4-5-1. And we'll put these players about there. There we go. So that is going to be the approach here. 4-5-1 from the Polish manager in this second half. Good little lineup there. As for England, of course, I don't think there's any changes. If the manager does make a change, then I'll make a change for him as the second half kicks off. Here we go then, second half. Let's get into it. Best of luck, managers. 2-0 up. Can Poland go through, or will they bottle it? It would be an incredible comeback from England. Let's find out what happens. So, Poland are 2-0 to the good in the first half. Another 45 minutes to come. Can they hold on to this lead, or will England fight back? It would be the most dramatic of comebacks in this tournament if they can do it. Here's Lewandowski. There's been a change of approach here for the Polish manager. He's gone to a 4-5-1. Will it come to good effect? Here's Błaszczykowski running and bottoming down that right-hand side of the field. Moves it into Linetti for Lewandowski, who tries to pass it back to Linetti. Not really trying to be greedy with the ball, but it doesn't come to great effect. Here is Jamie Vardy, who had that first real major opportunity for England. Lofted in for Harry Maguire, who's using himself as a makeshift striker. Remember, England are all out attack. There's 5 players up top right now. Can they nick an early goal and make things just a little bit more interesting in this second half? Here is Ben Chilwell into John Stones. Lofts it long for Trent Alexander-Arnold. What a lovely ball that was. Can Alexander-Arnold whip it in? He does. He comes to Maddison. Now for Raheem Sterling, who takes the touch and takes the strike on. And what a save that is by Szczesny. And while one thing England have had a problem in with this tournament so far is coming up against goalkeepers, having wonder games against them. You know, against Croatia, Subasic was fantastic. The Israel goalkeeper was brilliant to a certain point. Szczesny is having a blinder here, and that is going to keep them in the game. Corner here for England. An early goal in the second half will do them the world of good. It's lofted in for Maddison. It's cleared away. Drops down to Jordan Henderson playing a CDM role. Can he get this into the box? Lofted in for Maguire, who gets his head on it. But Szczesny can get that ball. Well, it's been a good start for England in his first 10 minutes. Not a goal as of yet, though, as I said. I really do need a goal. Remember, 2-2 would take this to extra time and /or penalties. But we've still got half an hour to go here. 35 minutes to be exact, as well as additional time. Poland could maybe make it 3-0. Here's an opportunity for them to do that. Lewandowski into Zielinski. Now for Kamil Grosicki, who has had a lot of the ball today. And that's a fantastic ball to Linetti. But good defending from John Stones means the ball can be cleared away. And as you can see, that tactical attacking approach from England with the 5 up top, it could come really good for heading the ball down. Here's Henderson trying to get the ball back. It's not going to be made. We're going to have a sub here from England. Of course, you would expect it. This is going to be their final substitution, I believe. Oh no, they've got 2 substitutes actually. What will the manager do? Of course, Poland right now, they've not made any changes, but their changes, you can see on the screen, they've gone to a 4-5-1. Just calming the play down a little bit, bringing a couple of players back. I'm guessing in terms of the counter-attack, if the opportunities come, they can all push up together. It'll be interesting to see how that tactical change comes into effect. So we are going to have a change here from the England manager. He's got 2 substitutions, half an hour of the game left to go. This is how he's playing on paper. 4, kind of 2 in the midfield. Technically, you could say really 5 towards the attacking third phase of play. And you've even got Maguire going up there as well, attacking-wise. So Maddison is going to come off here for Oxlade-Chamberlain, and Henderson is going to come off for Walker. Well. Walker's coming on here as a CDM. That is an interesting approach from the manager. He's going to have 3 at the back with 2 fullbacks. So he's going for the 2 fullbacks. So how are you wanting it? Oh, 3 wingbacks, I'm going to say there. So are you wanting it like Walker comes in here Skinner Pickford in there. So Maddison's come on for Ox, and Henderson's come off for Walker. So you want in it kind of like that, and you want in Walker playing like that, or you want in so 3 at the back. So somebody's going to have to come out here. So I'll let the England manager kind of organise his team here. So he's going for a 3 at the back approach. Of course, one of these players is going to have to kind of move up. I'm guessing what you mean here is, let's say where Walker is right now, you push him up to the attack. So Trent and Chilwell like left mid. There we go. I get what you mean now. So we're going to move Trent and Chilwell up to kind of the left mid spots here. And then we're going to have the 3 at the back approach. So Stones, Walker, and we'll drop it down. So kind of like that is how you want in it on paper right now. So you can see the tactical approaches from these managers, how wild they get in how they're going to play. These boys really bombing up now to try and hit on the break. And then we're going to have a change here for Poland as well. There's going to be a change. Reka is going to come on to play at left back. He's going to come on for Orechowski to play left back, on for Klichowski. Is that Krikowiak coming off, I'm guessing? So yeah, the England manager is going to go for his approach like that. And then Klichowski is going to come off. I'm guessing you mean Krikowiak, the CDM, yeah. Krikowiak is going to come off, and Reka is going to come on. Reka flips. And I'm guessing you want it like that in your approach. And we're having... Is that Bednarek playing as a CDM? Don't blame you. Bednarek playing as a CDM. So that is the approach for the England manager. As I said, he's going to take a little bit longer with these tactical changes from managers. All different approaches in this match. Bednarek centre-back. So are you going to have somebody else playing as a CDM here? You'd have somebody like Sheenek. Oh, a 5-4-1. That makes... let me just sort my controller out here, because that's disconnected. So we'll have a 5-4-1. So let me move Glick there. Sheenek moves in there, and then Bednarek. Did you do the Moments SBC last week? I did indeed. I got Eden Hazard out of mine. I've got Hazard out of mine. So we're going to have a 5-4-1 here. So we'll just close these midfielders in a little bit more. There we go. So 5-4-1 approach from Poland now. England going for whatever you want to call it. 30 minutes of the game left to go. As I said, tactical changes are going to take a little bit longer than they would in the group stages. Managers will be changing their formations and positions all the time in how they want to play. So here's a ball into Lewandowski. Now trying to get it in for Lanetti, but he can't. Mistake here. Maguire gets the ball, tries to get it in for Jamie Vardy, who takes on the shot first time, but he's blocked. It could lead to a counter-attack here from Poland. Here's Chilwell into Henderson. They really do need a goal at this stage. Lofted in for Raheem Sterling. Drops down for Lanetti. There is a chance here, maybe for Poland to make it 3. Here's Zielinski. Could pass it into Lewandowski. Takes a little bit too long with the pass there. Now it's in for Blaszczykowski. Lovely ball for Grosicki, who tries to head it down, and he just can't. And England get the ball back. Poor mistake there means Lewandowski's got the ball back. Great opportunity for Lewandowski, and that is a vital, vital block. Comes back down, taken on the half volley, and it's saved by Jordan Pickford. And while England, they really do need a goal, minimum 75th minute. There are chants in the chat right now of you're getting sacked in the morning by the chat. They're disappointed here with how England have played. And well, I think the manager, more than anyone, will be disappointed, especially with balls like that, because Poland can break again. Well, here's Grosicki on the ball yet again. Lofts it for Piotr Zielinski, who can't get there. And it's cleared away. Kane. In for Rashford. Now in for Vardy, who tries to take the volley on, but it goes wide. Here's Oxlade into Chilwell. Remember, 2-0 as it stands. England will be going out of the tournament. Here's Alexander-Arnold, just waiting for the ball to bobble to him. Now for Sterling. Takes a touch, lofted in, trying to get it for Vardy. He can't. Back to Sterling. In for Oxlade. They really need to work the ball much better. And that's a swiping tackle from Lewandowski of all people. And he's going to go out for an England throw-in. Here's Sterling. What can he do? They need to get a goal. And now. Passes it in for Maguire. Now for Chilwell. In for Kane. He takes a touch. Lovely work into the ball. In for Kane. What a save that is from Szczesny. Comes to Rashford. Back in the box. Maguire tries to take a touch. It goes into the hands of Szczesny. And well, what a game he's had. The Juventus goalkeeper been absolutely thrilling in this tournament so far. And another great save for him. And now here's a chance for Lewandowski to get his hat-trick in this game. It's good defending from Stones. Comes back to Lewandowski. Into Kamil Grosicki. Lofts it in for Piotr Zielinski. He can't get his head onto it. And he's cleared away. Chilwell into Rashford. 8 minutes to go. England are going out of the tournament. Harry Kane, unless Kane can bring a moment of brilliance here, he goes for the strike and he forces a save out of Szczesny, and he's just going to stay in play here, and it's cleared away by Poland. A little bit of desperate defending here, holding on for their lives. 2-0 at half-time it was to Poland. They were fantastic. A defensive approach means they're holding on. England battering them with chances but not taking them. Oh, trying to loft it in for Maguire. Heads it down. Moves it towards Oxlade-Chamberlain. Can't get the ball back. And well, if there's anybody who'd like up top on his own to take an opportunity, it's Robert Lewandowski. Here is Kane. Now for Rashford. What can he do? Bit of a Rabona there. Passes it in, and Maguire, well, just couldn't get there. And I don't think at this stage of the game he should really be doing Rabona crosses. You are 2-0 down, Rashford, remember. Just taking on opportunities and trying to do skills. Just the simple touch will do at this stage. Here is Rashford. Is he going to try the Rabona again? Not this time. Vardy takes on the shot. Deflected down. Kamil Glick can get there. Now it's in for Chilwell. Poor ball, and it's cleared away. And with a minute to go, it looks like Poland are going to be going through to the next round. Grosicki tries to dink it over. 1 minute of additional time, and it's cleared away by Pickford. Drops down here for John Stones. And the referee blows his whistle. England are out of the tournament. Well, what a masterclass of a performance that was in the first half by Poland. 2 goals from Robert Lewandowski shocked England in the first 25 minutes, and they just couldn't break Poland down. Szczesny was incredible, Lewandowski was magnificent, and that Polish defence really stood tall. England are out of the tournament, and Poland, who only just made it through from that 3rd place position, are through to the next round. Congratulations to Paul, commiserations to Rowan. It's England 0, Poland 2. And what a big game that was. What a big game. And what a fantastic match that was. There's the stats. Both teams really went for it. And of course, Poland really took on more opportunities in that first half rather than the second half. Paul going for a little bit more of a calmer approach, defensive approach. Can you blame me when you're 2-0 to the good? As for England, well, there's a lot of work to do, no doubt. The manager will probably be sacked after this game. Well, what a fantastic match that was to end today's fixtures. Of course, these are the knockout stages if you have missed them today. Netherlands went through with a 1-0 win against Italy. As for Poland, well, they shocked England. They're through to the next round. So that will be a big match between Netherlands and Poland in the next stage of the competition. Of course, that will be the quarterfinals coming up in a couple of days' time. So what a big fixture that is going to be. So our fixtures tomorrow, you don't want to miss them. We're going to have Russia versus Croatia and Portugal versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. Remember, both of these sides will come up against each other depending on who wins those games. Russia, of course, E. Doherty, the manager there. As for Portugal, that's FIFA iOS games. The Bosnia team is the charity spot. You don't want to miss out on those games. In terms of the rest of the week, Austria take on Germany, Spain take on Israel. Those fixtures will be now at 8 PM UK time. That is from the request of the managers, so that'll be an hour later than before. As for Turkey and Romania and Belgium versus France, they'll take place on June the 30th. There is your lineup. As I said before, June 29 fixtures will now be at 8 PM UK time. That is, of course, by manager request. So thank you very much for joining me for today's fixtures. What an incredible set of games that was. Still no extra time and penalties as of yet in the tournament. But the round of 16 has already brought us a shock. Poland are through. Can they go all the way? We'll be back tomorrow with Russia versus Croatia and Portugal versus Bosnia. As for now, have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you later. See you later.